EGM Network.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Cottage Conversations with Mary Lou Ciambriello. I am Mary Lou Ciambriello, and today we have a very special podcast. We have the wrap-up of the Blue Water Open. But before we do that, I'd like to give a shout-out to my good friend Val Novak. She is a realtor with RE/MAX Crown, and she's retiring, so I just want to wish her the best, her and her husband the very best. Send you love. I know we're going to see you, but I am going to miss your face around the office. Do you have anything to say, Jennifer, to Val?
I do. I met Val 10 years ago when I started real estate. We've had quite a few wonderful transactions together. We became very good friends. We've, done some things outside of the real estate world. And I wish her well, and her husband and her family, and
God bless.
Happy retirement.
Yeah, Bacia bene, go with God, as we say in Italian. But let's get back to the podcast. Well, about a month ago, Jennifer and I interviewed these wonderful women, and they just dazzle me. I just can't begin to tell you. So I went to my first Blue Water Open, and I attended both days, and Jennifer has been before. I volunteered Jennifer too, by the way. And she did a very nice job.
I did volunteer. Yes. It was a lot of fun.
And you made me look good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, because when I do that, I want to look good.
I like to do that.
But more importantly, we have the two women here that coordinated the entire event, and it was just jam-packed full of fun and energy. And I'm going to have them introduce themselves, and then we're going to talk about what the purpose of this is, why they did it, and how much time. This is 8 months. They said 7 months, but it's 8 months because you have a month of counting your numbers and all that other. I mean, this is a task. This is amazing. And that the two of you pulled it off. I mean, it dazzled me, absolutely dazzled me. So introduce yourselves, and then we're going to go into the hardcore questions, okay?
Michelle Morris. I am the chairperson of the Sebastian Exchange Club Blue Water Open.
Eva Chapman, and I'm the co-chair.
Okay, so ladies, let's talk about it. Are you still riding high on your adrenaline, or are you exhausted? Are you refreshed? How are you? Because I mean, it was just a wonderful time, and the two of you were like all over the place. And Jennifer,
very busy,
very, very
moving
busy.
everywhere.
So, how are you? Feel exhausted, or are you
I'm
feeling
still
elated?
exhausted, and I think what did we have, like 15,000 steps that day or something?
Yeah, we counted our
your steps.
Well, with
crazy.
we were able to do it, and it was, we wondered why we felt like we got hit by a truck on Sunday when we were tearing everything down.
Well, in the restaurant industry, like even when I put up Christmas decorations, I always think clean up. So, you might want to think that, okay? That's how I think. I think if I do all of this, how do I really have time to clean it up, and do I want to clean it up? But it was just amazing. So let's talk about you made it look effortless. Honest to God, I know it wasn't effortless, but you made it look effortless. Are there any secrets to how you planned this thing, and how come it became effortless? Was it your volunteers? Was it the weather didn't cooperate? It rained a little bit,
on Friday, and then early on Saturday.
Not so bad though. Not so bad. So how did you make it look so effortless? Would you?
Well, first off, this was our 31st year, and
So
I've only been involved in it for the last 5, but last 4 in helping coordinate it. Eva did it for 10 years prior to. So I certainly was able to step into a very well-oiled machine.
It was well-oiled. It really ran
Every year
well.
it gets better. I think that we've got it pretty organized. We're very fortunate. Our volunteers are tremendous.
And thank you for making me look
You're
good.
welcome.
And we will
Thank
be looking
you
for
the
you again,
opportunity.
Jennifer.
Yeah.
I will, and I will volunteer
She's gonna
next
do it
year,
next year.
every year after.
She's going to do it next year. I have problems now because I think she's going to volunteer a little bit too much. So I'm going to have to hold her back.
I might have to volunteer Mary Lou
There you
next
go.
year.
We'll find her a good spot.
Yeah, but I can't spell. You don't want me up there. So, and the other thing that I noticed, the thing that I loved the most was it was a family thing, and it was a community thing. You saw people that hadn't seen each other, fishermen that hadn't seen each other like in a year, and even though this is a competition, that wasn't the spirit I was seeing. I was seeing like It's so good to see you. How's the family? What's going on? When you were registering, what did you see going on when you were registering, Jennifer? It wasn't just fishermen coming. It was family.
A lot of family, a lot of kids excited to fish.
With their family.
I enjoyed it. I love the registration part of volunteering.
I thought that was, it was a highlight for me as well to see all these people come in with their smiling faces, walking out with their pails, and
excited
it was just really
to fish.
Excited to fish. And the raffle. Talk about the raffle. That was fun.
I just wanted to say something about the fishermen, though. The nice thing about the fishermen, and even though there's money involved, what we hear a lot from them is it's for a great cause.
Absolutely.
So they understand that, even though there is money involved.
I didn't feel like it was a fundraiser. I mean, sometimes fundraisers can be a little bit obvious. You know what I'm saying? Where they're asking you for money. It didn't feel like a fundraiser to me. It felt like a great day out, and they were obviously. And what was registration? How much was registration? $250, $250.
Yes, $250.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it seemed to be that and so much more, which is a big accomplishment. It's not an easy thing to do. And so let's talk about how much money you raised. Now, this is what you cleared. You don't know what you raised exactly. You're still waiting on the final figures.
We know that we have we netted over $75,000 that will go back
That's
into the
amazing.
community,
Really?
and in hopes of the helping to prevent child abuse, and then some of the other
And that's the mission.
items we do. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and that's so sad. But thank you for doing it. I mean, I just hate to think that people are abusing their children. It's shameful. But have you decided, aside from for child abuse, have you decided other areas that you're going to, or is that going to be another big meeting?
Well, that is a board decision throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
We give it out throughout the next 12
nice.
months. It doesn't all go out right now. So every month the board gets together and decides as different things come up. Of course, the main focus will be our Youth Guidance CAP Center, which is the Child Abuse Prevention
That's
Center.
wonderful. So so you keep.
So we'll make sure they get enough.
And we literally write all those checks to the penny. So this year, I think in June for our final board meeting, we had, and I don't know exactly how much, but let's say we had $3,078.10.
Mm-hmm.
We wrote all of that to an organization. We got rid of every dime. We do not keep any of it. We don't roll it over for next year. We
It's gone.
donate
It's gone.
to
It's
the
gone.
penny. So some of these organizations might get,
in 12 cents.
yeah,
such and such.
$3,000 and 12 cents, or
and
$1,000.
spend that
and
12 cents wisely, please.
Right. But that's how we do it. We want every last dime to go.
And that's beautiful. So, Jennifer, how does this, tell everyone how this actually involves real estate. What does this do? What does this say about our community? I mean, along with just buying a home, this is just a big deal, in my opinion.
Well, that's kind of how we try to sell, properties in this area, is the small town feel, quaint, and being that it draws fishermen to this town.
Have such people with huge hearts.
Absolutely.
And, whether they be fishing or, walking your dog. It's just amazing
The
community.
best decision I made when I moved here in 1999.
Oh, okay, it took me a while. I didn't get here to 2012. Okay. There are many moving parts to this. And so talk to us about your volunteers. How many volunteers did you have?
When I counted
I want a green
them,
shirt too, by the way. Go ahead.
when I counted them up the other day, we had, I think it was 62 total volunteers.
Wow.
Now, that was between both Friday and Saturday. And of those 62, 20 of them volunteered both days. So we know we had over 40 volunteers.
Wow.
Some of them did Friday and Saturday. And then we also have some that showed up on Sunday to help us tear down everything and put it away.
I would be willing to do the whole weekend next year.
See what I mean?
So.
Thank you.
I loved it. I love the energy. I loved it.
No, we really had a great time.
And Mary Lou will volunteer one day.
I will
out of the
volunteer.
weekend.
I'm useless.
You're not useless.
No, we
You can
find-
sell T-shirts or
Right,
sell
we will-
raffle
Yep.
tickets.
Oh,
You
I can
don't
sell
have
raffle
to
tickets. Oh,
be
no,
able
I
to
could do
spell
that.
to do
I
that.
could collect money. I'm good at that.
There you go.
I'm
We
good at
can
money,
find
yeah.
you a spot.
Yes.
Not a problem. And that's what we're very fortunate, because our club, where most of our members also volunteer, but it's not the majority. The majority are people within the community that come and volunteer, or some of the banks that are sponsors, they get some of their employees that come and help. We have our friends, even my husband's. You know, we have so many people that aren't members of our club.
I helped the banks. I was helping them set up and put out their tablecloths. I was working.
Thank you.
I didn't know what I was doing. I'm like, can I help you? Because I'm a little bit of a neat
She was
Nick.
taking care of me. She went and got me a soda because she said I looked parched.
And then you had the police officers there. They were phenomenal. They were really, really nice, and they were funny and had a good time. I really enjoyed that. So the volunteers are really, really and truly important. But let's talk about the sponsors. Those gentlemen were fun, Jesse. I actually did speak to those gentlemen. Yeah, they were very sweet. Yeah, very nice guys. I called one guy handsome, and the younger guy said, "What about me?" Yeah, they're very nice. I offered them a drink. They wouldn't take a Diet Coke. But anyway, that was very nice. A very nice gentleman. Yeah. But I forgot what I asked.
About the volunteer, or about our
sponsors. Let's talk about the sponsors, because without them, this would not happen. And they opened up their wallets wide.
Absolutely. We had 78 sponsors to the tune of $77,800 from our sponsors. And I just would like to mention our diamond sponsor, the Old Fish House. He's been part of our group for several years, and he has been the diamond sponsor for the last 2 years.
Right.
2 years. Our premier sponsors are Busy Bee Lawn and Garden Center, Captain Hiram's, Complete Electric, and the Tiki Bar and Grill. And they have all been sponsors as well for many years. And we're very blessed because they help give us the money. They are there.
I registered 2 boats for the Tiki Bar.
Yeah.
So, very good.
Well, you kept going around going, "Oh, I registered you. I registered you." I was like, and she would meet them as, "Oh, I remember. I registered you." But it's very important that you keep in mind that honor these sponsors. There'll be a list of all the people that did sponsor. We just went over the major contributors here.
They're on our website.
They're on the website. Yeah, so make sure that and there's a nice photo of them as well. So if you have a moment, take a look at this and see if you can, give them a little business, because God bless them. They take care of us in our community, and that's what makes living here. That's why I say lucky us that live in Indian River County. We are just so lucky to live here. This is just one of the great reasons why. For anyone that would be coming new to the community, why would you suggest that they come and come to the Big Blue Water Open? Other than, I would drag them there myself. Frankly, it was a great day. What would you recommend? Why would you say you need to come to this?
It's a great event. I mean, where else do you go that you get to see our community, people from everywhere? And you mentioned seeing people that you hadn't seen in years. I do that every year. There's people that I haven't seen since high school, and I will see them there now annually. It is. It's just such a warm, friendly environment.
It's like a family reunion.
It's a little busy, at least for those of us that are working it, but it's fun. It's interesting to see these fishermen come with the fish, to see these kids, the lady anglers. I mean, it's just it's a friendly competition.
It is a friendly competition. It is really kind of, that was what was so special. Do you have any memorable moments? I saw a couple myself, but do you have any memorable moments? I know you guys were busy making sure everything was flowing, but do you have any memorable moments of this particular Blue Water Open?
Well, this one was special to me because we have a new program that we're using to help with scoring, and it made it go very, very smoothly. So I was very excited to see that happen.
That's good.
And we registered, I have it here, 135 boats.
Wow.
Which was more than we usually we're around 100 to 110. But we did 135 boats, so thank you for helping in registration.
You're welcome, and that's a good sign, because that means next year, it's getting more and more popular, the event.
It was just great fun. And then what does it mean to you personally? I mean, this was very successful, and obviously you don't put in this much work if your heart's not in it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's not like cleaning out a chicken coop, I mean, this is a lot of work.
It's just a great cause. I mean, we are able to put back in the community over $75,000 this coming year. And it is just such a good feeling to know that we are able to make a difference.
And let's mention Wesley Davis.
He always does an amazing job.
He's just a character. He does a great job. He did the auction the night before,
Friday
and then he was there for the weigh-in. And I mean, and this is all volunteer.
Yes.
And Wesley, for those of you that don't know, is our property appraiser, and you can find him at any event. And it's just amazing. It was just the best day. I think one of the best parts for me was when you were starting to register. And we had a family come in with the boys.
Yes.
And they were all wearing, and I think there's a picture of them somewhere, and they were all wearing shirts that had some kind of fishing stain on it. And they were maybe the oldest was 11.
That was one of the tiki bar boats.
Was it?
Yes.
And then we had a family with, I guess the family took out the boyfriend he's never fished. So the daughter was, the father was bringing the boyfriend out with his daughter to fish, and she was making fun of him that he'd never fished.
No, I don't remember that one. It was so busy, and I was just focused.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what to do when I first went in, and
who were
Michelle
you sitting
said,
next to? He was excellent.
"Do you have good penmanship?
Yeah.
You're going to registration."
Yeah.
So it was a little quick.
Yeah.
Jennifer
John
was next to Jonathan wrote about it.
John,
What
yes.
a nice man. And he's an attorney. He's a local attorney in town.
He was our president. He's just leaving his term of this
Very
fiscal year.
nice.
as our
He's trying to get Mary Lou and I to join the exchange club.
yeah,
He
that's-
said we're right across the street.
Well, you are.
That's
I'm
right.
over
Mary Lou's at the other office.
Yeah, it's just amazing. So is there, I'm trying to see. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. Do you have anything that you want me to talk about that we haven't talked about? I mean, we know your mission. Have you dreamed up anything new for next year? Are you going to add any, I mean, it was like a perfect event, but is there anything that you think that you want to add to it next year?
I think we laugh because you say it was a perfect event, and you had asked us earlier about what you remember, what was memorable, and she and I were talking this morning. What we remember are the things that we have to fix next year.
Right.
And just little things. I mean, nothing significant.
Well, it's your baby, so of course you're going to be critical of it. It's your baby. You've worked on this thing for 8 months, and of course you're going to be critical of it. But, you need to understand that we don't think your baby's ugly.
well,
we think you did a great job.
Our
Amazing.
biggest worry is weather.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we don't ever want to have to postpone it
Yeah.
for Saturday. We always do Friday night, even if it's bad weather. But the Saturday, we've had to postpone twice in the last 5 years?
Yeah.
Three times
in the last 5 years.
In the last
Maybe
5
we
years.
need to move the date. Is there a better time?
I don't think
Yeah,
that
that's
was
the best time.
No,
Yeah, we
and
know our
matter.
weather is our weather.
Yeah.
And we have always had it the weekend after Memorial Day.
Oh,
And
okay.
we do have some fishermen that will request us because sometimes it'll fall under another fishing tournament. But again, we've been doing it for 31 years, and this is the way we've done it. We're open to changing things, but I don't know that we're open to changing the date.
Yeah, well, it makes
because
sense if you
with
do the
hurricane
weekend.
season
Yeah.
coming in, you know, if you do it later in the
We
in
don't
the
call
year.
them hurricanes. Okay.
Keep going and make it another 31 years.
That's right. We call them storms.
Yes.
They're bad.
Well,
They're bad storms, but they're storms, and we do them right here.
Well, unfortunately, even if there's not a storm out there, sometimes the weather isn't perfect for fishing.
Yeah.
And we can't postpone just because it's not perfect. We do certainly postpone
Well, I
if it's
couldn't
bad
get over
enough,
how
but-
jubilant they were when they would bring in their fish. It was just so. And then the gentleman that won, I did get a photo of him. I hope I sent it to Jesse when he jumped on top of the thing and he was blowing out kisses. Okay, and I just thought that is just the perfect ending, of this event. I mean, he's just throwing out love all over.
that was Mary Lou's favorite picture.
Yeah, well, no, my other favorite picture was was a guy that made like a smug face when he was with John, and I hope that they pick it up. This gentleman here, I caught him when he was up there, and when he was blowing kisses. I guess he was to his wife or his sweetheart. I don't know.
That's sweet.
Well,
But
the good thing is we have 31 places to win.
Yeah.
So it's not like there is just one winner.
And that scoreboard was going all over the place.
And the
as well.
scoreboard goes all over the
Yeah.
place. Yeah, changing constantly. But
Yeah.
we have a lot of ways to win money.
Oh, you're doing a nice job, Jesse. Thank you for that.
Very.
That's really great.
Love
it
the
was
photos.
and if you're listening to this, please go on YouTube or Facebook and go in and see these photos, because it really does tell the story. We can talk all we want, but when you see the photos, it definitely tells the story of how wonderful this event was. And there should be a photo in there, Jesse, of all the people waiting, watching. They lined all the way down. And that was amazing. And you saw the waiters going through, holding their hands. The waiters did a great job. Hiram's did a great job. It just was. It was perfect. You did a great job. You really should pat yourselves on the back.
Yes, ladies. Thank
Don't
you.
you think so?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and even though you were last minute, you did a great job.
Thank
too.
you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you for speaking today.
I enjoyed it. And you'll see me next year.
Yes.
Thank you
But
very
she
much.
attended before. She's been there before. Jennifer's.
I have over the past couple years.
I've not, but I will be going from here on in. And I just love that you do it for the community. And I love that I'm sorry about abused children. I just don't understand that. I think that's another topic altogether. But it's wonderful what you do, and you pulled it off beautifully. You dazzle me. I'm a very big critic. I should, am I not? I'm very critical.
A little.
And I don't give out compliments easily. And you really, you blew me away. Totally blew me away. And everybody, the atmosphere was really and truly. If you've lived here and you've never been, you need to go, because you're going to meet your neighbors. You're going to see how we do things differently here in Indian River County. We actually like each other here in Indian River County, and we're very philanthropic. There's so many things that we do that. I come from Palm Beach County, and I volunteered when I was from New York. We volunteered in Westchester County, but we can't hold a candle to what you guys do here. This county is just so philanthropic. So, I'm trying to think if I should be talking about something else. Jennifer is going to volunteer again next year. She's going to do all days, okay? Thank you, Jennifer, making
You're welcome.
make me
I'm
look
not trying to
bad.
make you look bad. I'm going to drag you. I'm going to drag you with me.
She can bring you drinks.
And is there something about this that the public doesn't know that we'd like them to know?
I think that one of the things that I would say is just, and you had mentioned it, is the hours that we put into this, and our volunteers. We have a committee, a Blue Water Open committee, which is made up of members of our club, that we meet every.
You start in November.
We start in November. We meet every month, and then when we get into April, we do 2 weeks within the month, and then May is every week. Not to mention the phone calls, the gathering of our sponsors, the gathering of you had mentioned earlier about the raffle baskets, the gathering of the items that go toward the raffle baskets. Oh, our lady Karen does an amazing job of getting the items donated for the auction. So when we talk about our sponsors and our the people that have donated, every one of them are important to us. Whether you're all the way, the 10,000, the 3,500, or you've donated the gift cards or some of the items for the raffle baskets, it's important.
It is
because it all goes to
a very
this
important cause, and you after expenses, it's all used up. Everything's used up, and you start from zero.
Right.
How much fun is that?
Yes.
Okay.
And then also our volunteers, which I know we've talked about, our members, our club members. The people that show up, that watch, that brings the energy.
Oh, the energy was amazing.
Fishermen.
It was amazing.
Fishermen are amazing.
Yeah, people were cheering. I think somebody held up an 11-pound fish, and they were like, "Oh my God!" It was just amazing. It was the best family reunion is how I want to explain
Was
it.
there anybody that we missed? I'm trying to think. I hope I didn't miss anybody else. But that's what does it. That's what makes it such a fun, exciting, and successful event.
And we're just so blessed to live in Indian River County. Do I need to wrap up, Jesse?
Soon, yeah.
Okay. We really and truly are. I'm just so blessed to be here. I say it all the time, lucky us to live in Indian River County, and I mean it with all my heart. And that's why we sell homes here. That's what we sell.
I do believe that.
That's
love
what we sell.
Indian
We sell
River
this
County.
county. I always say the county is the amenity, and I don't care where you live in Indian River County. The county is the amenity, and people like you that just make it, better than. It's already better, and you make it even better. Thank you so much for what you do. And we're going to be there next year, and we're going to do a podcast about you next year. And hopefully we can, Jennifer will bring some friends to help you. Okay.
I'll go round up some more people.
Well, I think the office would
love my shirt, love my blue water
I
open
have
shirt.
a shirt.
Yes.
Just so you know, I did buy a shirt, but it's like a nightgown.
It was
and
too big for Mary Lou.
Way too big, okay? And I do wear it to bed, but I'm not going to wear it in public, okay? But ladies, thank you so much.
And we do still have some shirts for sale, so if you
But
go
you
on our
didn't have
website.
mediums.
Oh.
That's what I had. I had to buy an extra large.
We probably ran out of them.
Well, that was okay. That was okay. I went there to buy. You were saying that I have to say goodbye? Okay, thank you so much. Ciao for now.
Thank
Have
you.
the best
Thank
day
you.
ever.
Adios for now.
Adios, amigos. Yes. Have the best day. Thank you.
Thank you.
.115 Briarcliff Circle is ready to steal your heart. Come on in. Grand vaulted ceilings, formal entry, elegant arches, French doors, and open, inviting floor plan. Welcome home. Large living and dining areas virtually staged to help you picture your best life at 115 Briarcliff. A home that feels like a warm hug, arches, soaring ceilings, and sunshine galore at 115 Briarcliff. Another view of the grand living room, featuring French doors to bedroom 3 and a peek at the charming alcove. Gather, laugh, and pass the good times. Formal dining room with a kitchen pass-through ready for your next celebration. More living room magic, vaulted ceilings that lift the space and your spirits. A kitchen made for real life, pantry, loads of space and room for a table for 6. A huge eat-in kitchen with room for everyone. Yes, you even have a pantry. Sunlit dinette with space for 6. A smart flowing floor plan that makes everyday living easy and effortless. Modern living with a classic twist. French doors make bedroom 1 feel effortlessly cool. A peek at bedroom 1, virtually staged to inspire your dream space. Clean, bright, and full of possibilities. Bedroom 1, sleek and simple. The guest bath is all about easy living. Virtually staged to show its full potential. This alcove makes the perfect home office. Fresh and versatile bedroom 2. A sweet star for little adventures. Bedroom 2 virtually staged for children's dreams. Bedroom 2. A blank canvas ready for your imagination. Spacious master bath with dual sinks. And a shower built for stretching out and relaxing. Because one closet is never enough. 2 walk-in closets, and a separate shoe closet waiting for you. Look under the arch. Bay window charm meets garden serenity in the master bedroom. See the dream come to life. Master bedroom virtually staged with cozy bay window seating and lush garden views. Not just a laundry room. It's the Cinderella chore room, fit for getting the job done in style. Get the full picture. Explore the 3D floor plan. It is attached to the listing. Enjoy every season from your private screen and patio. Splash, laugh, relax, and repeat. Life is better at Ashbury. The Ashbury Clubhouse, where neighbors become friends. Life's better on the green. Riverview Park, where there's always something happening. Ashbury is a pet-friendly community, welcoming dogs of all sizes. Conveniently located just minutes to the river and only 15 minutes to the beach. Close to fishing, boating, and all your favorite water adventures. Thank you for taking the time to check out this wonderful home. It's even better in person. 115 Briarcliff Circle in Sebastian